Hello and welcome everybody, this is TP Gaming and I am here at the Cairo International Airport. The airport is about 70 kilometers northeast of Cairo and it is very loud, as you can hear. There's some people coming in. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikum assalam. Kaifa haluka? Naam, YouTube video. Well done. Wow, so friendly here. Some guys just walking by saying hello. Uh-oh. There are many people coming this way. I think it'll be too loud and the pathway is just not large enough. So I'll just go to another place. I'll see you in a bit. I guess we'll try it over here. There's no people around here at the moment, so let's quickly get into it. Now again, I'd like to welcome all of you for this new video. As you can see here, I'm here near the entrance 2 at the international terminal. You can see all the airlines that are flying around and from to and whatnot. So, of course everybody, Cairo does not exist. The airport of Cairo doesn't exist in Tower 3D. So we're just pretending that we are in Cairo. All the destinations are correct, to and from. All the aircrafts are correct, the aircraft types, the airlines. And so we're just simulating, okay? So either way, I have to find an airport that has similar runway configurations as Cairo has, and similar terminal, settings on how it is. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. Thank you very much for tuning in, and yeah, we'll see you after the end of the video, See you guys, bye-bye. Etihad 653 Heavy, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 11 at 6 knots.
Runway 20 right, clear to land, Etihad 653 Heavy.
Air Arabia Egypt 362, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 11 at 6 knots.
Runway 20 center, cleared to land, Arabia Egypt 362. Singapore Tower, Iraqi 145 inbound, runway 20 center.
Egypt Air 968 Heavy, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 11 at 6 knots.
Singapore ground, Egypt Air 751 request taxi, runway 20 center.
Egypt Air 986 Heavy, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 11 at 6 knots.
Runway 20 right, cleared to land, Egypt Air 986 Heavy. Singapore ground, Nile Bird 53 request pushback.
Nile Bird 53, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center, pushback approved, Nile Bird 53.
Saudi Air 310 Heavy, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait, Saudi Air 310 Heavy.
Egypt Air 787, runway 20 center, line up and wait, behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, Egypt Air 787.
Egypt Air 751, runway 20 center via Charlie.
Runway 20 center via Charlie, Egypt Air 751.
Iraqi 101, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 11 at 6 knots.
Runway 20 center, cleared to land, Iraqi 101.
Oh, Etihad.
Singapore ground, Saudi Air 300 Heavy, request pushback.
Going all the way. Saudi Air 300 Heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center. Now that
ground,
will be a
center,
go-around.
Saudi Air 300 Heavy.
Because Etihad
Singapore ground,
didn't turn
Egypt
off.
Air 2689 request taxi, runway 20 right. Singapore ground, Yemen 607 request pushback.
Egypt Air 986 Heavy, turn right, heading 280.
Turn right, heading 280, Egypt Air 986 Heavy.
Saudi Air 310 Heavy, wind is 11 at 6 knots, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff, Saudi Tree 10 Heavy.
Egypt Air 986 Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Egypt Air 986 Heavy. Singapore ground, Nilebird 53 request taxi runway 20 center.
Nilebird 53 runway 20 center via Charlie.
Runway 20 center via Charlie, Nilebird 53.
Etihad 653 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Etihad 653 Heavy.
Singapore ground, Egypt Air 707 request pushback. Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 902 inbound runway 20 right. Singapore Tower, Gulf Air 71 Heavy inbound runway 20 center.
Azure 631 Heavy, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 11 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right clear to land, Azure Air 631 Heavy.
Iraqi 145, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 11 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Iraqi 145.
Egypt Air 787, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 787.
Singapore Tower, Saudi Tree 19 inbound runway 20 right.
May have to do a go around here.
Singapore ground, Saudi Tree 00 Heavy request taxi runway 20 center.
Iraqi 101, go around.
Go around, Iraqi 101.
Iraqi 101, turn left, heading 110.
Turn left heading 110, Iraqi 101.
Iraqi 101, contact departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Iraqi 101.
Saudi 310 Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Saudi Tree 10 Heavy.
Egypt Air 797, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait, Egypt Air 797.
Egypt Air 787, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Egypt Air 787.
Air Arabia Egypt 362, taxi to terminal via Echo.
Taxi to terminal via Echo, Arabia Egypt 362.
Egypt Air 2689, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Egypt Air 2689er.
Egypt Air 902, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 12 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Egypt Air 902.
Egypt Air 707, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center pushback approved, Egypt Air 707.
Singapore Tower, Saudi Tree 9er inbound runway 20 center.
Yemeni 607, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Ground, 20 right pushback approved, Yemen 607. Singapore ground, Emirates 928 super request pushback.
Gulf Air 71 Heavy, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 12 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Gulf Air 71 Heavy.
Singapore ground, Egypt Air 66 request pushback.
Saudi 319, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 12 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Saudi Tree 19er.
Egypt Air 504 Heavy, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 504 Heavy.
Egypt Air 797, wind is 12 at 5 knots, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 797.
Singapore ground, Arabia Egypt 5351 request pushback. Singapore Tower, Nilebird 64 inbound runway 20 right.
Azure 631 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Azure Air 631 Heavy.
Emirates 928 Super, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Ground, 20 right pushback approved, Emirates 928 Super.
Egypt Air 504 Heavy, wind is 12 at 5 knots, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 504 Heavy.
Egypt Air 751, runway 20 center, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 20 center line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, Egypt Air 751. Singapore Tower, Jordanian 45 Quebec Heavy inbound runway 20 center.
Saudia 300 Heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Saudia 300 Heavy. Singapore ground, Yemena 607 request taxi runway 20 right.
Air Arabia, Egypt 5351, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Ground, 20 right pushback approved, Arabia Egypt 5351.
Egypt Air 797, contact departure.
Contact departure. Goodbye. Egypt Air 797.
Iraqi 145, taxi to terminal via Echo.
Taxi to terminal via Echo, Iraqi 145. Singapore Tower, Saudia 323 inbound runway 20 right.
Egypt Air 707 is not ready
Singapore
yet.
ground, Iraqi 102 request pushback.
Yemeni 607, runway 20 right via Victor.
Runway 20 right via Victor, Yemena 607. Singapore ground, Egypt Air 707 request taxi runway 20 center.
We have the typical I won't let you through even though I'm pushing backwards here. So it's just Egypt Air 504 Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Egypt Air 504 Heavy.
Egypt Air 46, runway 20 right, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, Egypt Air 46.
Saudia 339, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 1285 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land. Saudia 339er.
Nilebird 64, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 1285 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Nilebird 64.
Egypt Air 902, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Egypt Air 902.
Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 23 inbound runway 20
Egypt
right.
Air 751, wind is 1285 knots, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 751.
Nile Air 53, runway 20 center, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, Nilebird 53.
Egypt Air 46, wind is 1385 knots, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 46.
Jordanian 450 Heavy, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 1385 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Jordanian 45 Quebec Heavy.
Gulf Air 71 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Echo.
Taxi to terminal via Echo, Gulf Air 71 Heavy. Singapore ground, Iraqi 146 request pushback. Singapore ground, Emirates 928 Super request taxi runway 20 right.
Emirates 928 Super, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Emirates 928 Super.
Egypt Air 905, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Unable pushback. Will advise when ready. Egypt Air 905.
Iraqi 146, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Ground, 20 right pushback approved, Iraqi 146.
Saudia 319, taxi to terminal via Whiskey, November.
Taxi to terminal via Whiskey November, Saudia 319er.
Etihad 654 Heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Unable pushback, will advise when ready, Etihad 654 Heavy.
Saudia 323, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 1385 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Saudia 323.
Nilebird 53, wind is 1385 knots, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Nilebird 53.
Egypt Air 2689, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait, Egypt Air 2689er.
Saudia 300 Heavy, runway 20 center, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, Saudia 300 Heavy. Singapore ground, Etihad 654 Heavy request pushback. Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 744 inbound runway 20 right.
Egypt Air 751, contact departure.
Say again, Egypt Air 751.
Egypt Air 751, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Egypt Air 751.
Egypt Air 46, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Egypt Air 46.
Egypt Air 23, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 13 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 13 at 5, Egypt Air 23.
Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 986 heavy inbound runway 20 center.
Saudi Air 339er, taxi to terminal via Charlie.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie, Saudi 339er.
Nilebird 53, contact departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Nilebird 53. Singapore Tower, Iraqi 101 inbound runway 20 center.
Air Arabia Egypt 5351, runway 20 right via Victor. Air Arabia Egypt 5351, runway 20 right via Victor.
Unable taxi, will advise when ready, Arabia Egypt 5351.
Nilebird 64, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Nilebird 64.
Egypt Air 986 heavy, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 13 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Egypt Air 986 heavy.
Saudi Air 323, take next available exit on left.
Take next available exit on left, Saudi Air 323.
Egypt Air 744, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 13 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Egypt Air 744.
Saudi Air 300 heavy, wind is 13 at 5 knots, runway 20 center cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Saudi Air 300 heavy.
Singapore ground, Egypt Air 905 request pushback.
Egypt Air 2689, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff, caution wake turbulence.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, caution wake turbulence, Egypt Air 2689er.
Egypt Air 707, runway 20 center.
Runway 20 center, Egypt Air 707.
Egypt Air 66, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center pushback approved, Egypt Air 66.
Jordanian 450.
Singapore ground, Egypt Air 506 heavy request pushback.
Jordanian 45 Quebec heavy, taxi to terminal via Charlie, Sierra Charlie 1 Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie Sierra Charlie 1 Victor, Jordanian 45 Quebec heavy. Singapore ground, Saudi 318 request pushback. Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 611 inbound runway 20 right.
Saudi 318, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Ground, 20 right pushback approved, Saudi 318.
Saudi 323, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Saudi 323.
Iraqi 101, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 14 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Iraqi 101.
Egypt Air 506 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center pushback approved, Egypt Air 506 heavy.
Iraqi 102, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center pushback approved, Iraqi 102.
Saudi 300 heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Saudi 300 heavy.
Egypt Air 2689, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Egypt Air 2689er.
Air Arabia Egypt 5351 is still not ready.
Singapore Tower, Nilebird 1172 inbound runway 20 center.
Iraqi 146, continue taxi.
Unable taxi, will advise when ready, Iraqi 146. Singapore ground, Iraqi 146 request taxi runway 20 right.
Iraqi 146, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Iraqi 146.
Egypt Air 905, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Ground, 20 right pushback approved, Egypt Air 905.
Emirates 928 Super, runway 20 right, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 20 right line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, Emirates 928 Super.
Egypt Air 611, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 14 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Egypt Air 611.
Egypt Air 23, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Egypt Air 23.
Nilebird 64, hold position.
Holding, Nilebird 64. Singapore Tower, Lufthansa 582 inbound runway 20 right.
Jordanian 45 Quebec heavy, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal, Jordanian 45 Quebec heavy.
What are you doing?
Singapore ground, Gulf Air 70 heavy request pushback.
Jordanian 45 Quebec Heavy, taxi to terminal via Echo.
Taxi to terminal via Echo, Jordanian 45 Quebec Heavy.
Egypt Air 986 Heavy, hold position.
Holding, Egypt Air 986 Heavy.
Emirates 928 Super, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Singapore ground, Arabia Egypt 5351 request taxi runway 20 right.
Egypt Air 611, go around.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Emirates 928 Super.
Emirates 744,
Go around, Egypt Air 611.
Egypt Air 611, turn right, heading 300.
Turn right heading 300, Egypt Air 611.
Egypt Air 611, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Egypt Air 611.
Now bird 1172, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 1485 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Nile bird 1172.
Iraqi 101, take next available exit on right.
Unable to comply, Iraqi 101.
Egypt Air 744, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Egypt Air 744.
Now bird 64, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Nile bird 64.
Kuwait 545, heavy, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 14 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Kuwait 545 heavy.
Egypt Air 986 heavy, Jordanian 45 Quebec, hold position. Iraqi 101, hold position.
Unable to comply, Egypt Air 986 heavy. Holding, Iraqi 101. Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 47 inbound runway 20 right. Singapore Tower, Kuwait 545 heavy inbound runway 20 right. Singapore ground, Iraqi 102 request taxi runway 20 center.
Singapore ground, Saudi 324 request pushback.
Jordanian 45 Quebec heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Jordanian 45 Quebec heavy.
Emirates 928 Super, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Emirates 928 Super.
Egypt Air 986 heavy, taxi to terminal via Charlie.
Singapore ground, Egypt Air 66 request taxi runway 20
Egypt Air
center.
986 heavy, taxi to terminal via Echo.
Unable taxi, gate is blocked, Egypt Air 986 heavy. Unable taxi, gate is blocked, Egypt Air 986 heavy.
Now bird 1172, take next available exit on right.
Unable to comply, Nile bird 1172.
Egypt Air 748, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 15 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Egypt Air 748.
Lufthansa 582, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 15 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Lufthansa 582. Singapore ground, Jordanian 504 request pushback.
Saudi at 324, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center pushback approved, Saudi 324.
Saudi at 318, continue taxi.
Unable taxi, will advise when ready, Saudi 318.
Egypt Air 47, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 15 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, Egypt Air 47.
Now bird 1172, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal, Nile bird 1172.
Egypt Air 986 heavy, taxi to terminal.
Unable taxi, gate is blocked, Egypt Air 986 heavy.
But where do you want to go to?
Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 748 inbound runway 20
Just
center.
those there.
Singapore Tower,
What's the
Aeroflot
Nile
400
bird
inbound
here?
runway
What
20
is he
right.
doing? He's going
Singapore
in
ground,
there.
Saudi 322 request pushback.
Everything is full. So
Singapore ground, Saudi 318 request taxi runway 20 right.
Kuwait 545 heavy, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Kuwait 545 heavy.
Jordanian 504, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Ground, 20 right pushback approved, Jordanian 504.
Egypt Air 748, take next available exit on right.
Unable to comply, Egypt Air 748.
Egypt Air 707, wind is 15 at 5 knots, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 707. Singapore ground, Egypt Air 705 request pushback.
Egypt Air 2682, runway 20 center, cleared to land, wind is 15 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Egypt Air 2682.
Air Arabia Egypt 5351, Continue taxi. You ready now?
Continue taxi. Arabia Egypt 5351.
Egypt Air 705, pushback approved, expect runway 20 right.
Ground, 20 right pushback approved. Egypt Air 705.
Egypt Air 748, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal, Egypt Air 748.
Egypt Air 66, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Egypt Air 66.
Iraqi 102, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Iraqi 102.
Saudi Air 322, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center pushback approved. Saudi 322.
Egypt Air 506, heavy, continue taxi.
Unable taxi, will advise when ready. Egypt Air 506 heavy.
Aeroflot 400, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 15 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right clear to land, wind is 155. Aeroflot 400.
Lufthansa 582, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Lufthansa 582.
Singapore ground, Egypt Air 905, request taxi runway 20 right.
Iraqi 146, runway 20 right, line up and wait. Not you.
Singapore Tower, J090731 inbound runway 20 right.
Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 2682 inbound runway 20 center.
Singapore ground, Saudi 324, request taxi runway 20 center.
Yemeni 607, wind is 15 at 5 knots, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff. There is no livery available for this
right,
aircraft.
Cleared for takeoff, Yemen 607. Singapore ground, Jordanian 504, request taxi runway 20 right.
Egypt Air 707, contact departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Egypt Air 707.
Nilebird 54, runway 20 center, clear to land, wind is 15 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared to land, Nilebird 54.
Singapore ground, Egypt Air 506 heavy, request taxi runway 20 center.
Singapore Tower, Nilebird 54 inbound runway 20 center.
Egypt Air 2682, take next available exit on right.
Take next available exit on right, Egypt Air 2682.
Jazeera 90731, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 15 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 right cleared to land, J090731.
Egypt Air 905, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Egypt Air 905.
Egypt Air 705, runway 20 right via Victor. Oh, he's not ready yet.
Unable taxi, will advise when ready, Egypt Air 705. Singapore ground, Egypt Air 705, request taxi runway 20 right.
Etihad 654 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center pushback approved, Etihad 654 heavy. Singapore ground, Saudi 322, request taxi runway 20 center.
Yemeni 607, hold position, I say.
Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 611 inbound runway 20 right.
My fault. Iraqi 102, wind is 16 at 5 knots, runway 20 center cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Iraqi 102.
Yemeni 607, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Yemen 607.
Iraqi 102, runway 20 center, line up and wait.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait, Iraqi 102.
Egypt Air 2682, taxi to terminal via Echo.
Taxi to terminal via Echo, Egypt Air 2682.
Nilebird 54, take next available exit on right.
Take next available exit on right, Nilebird 54.
Egypt Air 2682, taxi to terminal via Sierra Charlie 1 Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Sierra Charlie 1 Victor.
Wait, don't
Egypt
go
Air
back.
2682.
Egypt Air 2682, taxi to terminal via Sierra Charlie 2 Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Sierra Charlie 2 Victor, Egypt Air 2682.
Iraqi 146, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait, Iraqi 146.
Aeroflot 400, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Aeroflot 400.
Egypt Air 47, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Egypt Air 47. Singapore ground, Etihad 654 heavy, request taxi runway 20 center.
Lufthansa 582, hold position.
Holding, Lufthansa 582.
Iraqi 102, wind is 16 at 5 knots, runway 20 center cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Iraqi 102.
Egypt S66, runway 20 center, line up and wait.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait. Egypt Air 66.
Gulf Air 70 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 20 center.
Ground, 20 center pushback approved, Gulf Air 70 heavy.
Iraqi 146, wind is 16 at 5 knots, runway 20 right cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Iraqi 146.
Etihad 654 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Etihad 654 heavy.
Saudia 322, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Saudia 322.
Saudia 324, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Saudia 324.
Jordanian 504, runway 20 right via Victor.
Runway 20 right via Victor, Jordanian 504.
Jazeera 90731, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, J090731.
Egypt Air 506 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Egypt Air 506 heavy.
Egypt Air 66, wind is 16 at 5 knots, runway 20 center cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 66.
Saudia 318, runway 20 right via Quebec 1 November.
Runway 20 right via Quebec 1 November, Saudia 318.
Arabia Arabia Egypt 5351, runway 20 right, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft, Arabia Egypt 5351.
Egypt Air 611, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Egypt Air 611.
Picked the wrong one, what an idiot I am. Iraqi 102, contact departure.
Contact departure.
Saw one
Good day,
thing and
Iraqi
deleted the other
102.
thing. Arabia Egypt 5351. Arabia Egypt 5351. Runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Arabia Egypt 5351.
Saudia 324, runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, wind is 16 at 5 knots.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Saudia 324.
Egypt Air 705, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Egypt Air 705.
Egypt Air 905, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait, Egypt Air 905.
Iraqi 146, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Iraqi 146.
Egypt Air 66, contact departure.
Contact departure.
Egypt Air
Good day,
905,
Egypt
hold
Air
position.
66. Holding, Egypt Air 905.
Did that manage? Yeah, it looks good. Where are you, Saudia 324? Down there. Egypt Air 506 heavy, runway 20 center, line up and wait.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait, Egypt Air 506 heavy.
Kuwaiti 545 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Kuwaiti 545 heavy.
Lufthansa 582, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Lufthansa 582.
Gulf Air 70 heavy is not ready yet.
Say again, Gulf Air 70 heavy.
All good. Egypt Air 905, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait, Egypt Air 905.
Singapore ground, Gulf Air 70 heavy, request taxi runway 20 center.
Gulf Air 70 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Gulf Air 70 heavy.
Egypt Air 986 heavy, taxi to terminal.
Unable taxi, gate is blocked, Egypt Air 986 heavy.
Arabia Egypt 5351, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Arabia Egypt 5351.
Egypt Air 506 heavy, wind is 17 at 5 knots, runway 20 center cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 506 heavy.
Saudia 324, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Saudia 324.
Saudia 322, runway 20 center, line up and wait.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait, Saudia 322.
Egypt Air 905, wind is 17.5 knots, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 905.
Saudia 318, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait, Saudia 318.
Nowbird 54, taxi to terminal via runway 20 center, Echo 5.
Taxi to terminal via Lima 820 center Echo 5, Nilebird 54.
Nowbird 54, taxi to terminal via runway 02 center. Nowbird 54, taxi to terminal via 02 center, Echo 5.
Taxi to terminal via 02 center Echo 5, Nilebird 54.
No, I can't get them to turn around. Saudia 322, wind is 17.5 knots, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Saudia 322.
Egypt Air 905, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Egypt Air 905.
Egypt Air 506 Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Egypt Air 506 Heavy.
Saudia 318, wind is 17.5 knots, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Saudia 318.
Etihad 654 Heavy, wind is 17.5 knots, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff, Etihad 654 Heavy.
I don't have any gates available, unfortunately. This aircraft here wants to move into one of these 5 positions, but these are all full. So, unless any one of these leaves and departs, nothing's gonna happen, so I can't do anything. Gulf Air 20 Heavy, Gulf Air 70 Heavy, runway 20 center, line up and wait.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait, Gulf Air 70 Heavy.
Gulf Air 70 Heavy, hold position. What
Holding.
is
Gulf Air
Etihad
70
doing
Heavy.
there? Etihad, that's too short, and that's better. That runway towards your left, you're not going to make it. Trust me. I may be a novice, but it won't work. That looks a lot better. Well done. Saudia 322, contact departure.
Say again, Saudia 322.
Saudia 322, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Saudia 322.
Saudia 318, contact departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Saudia 318.
Gulf Air 70 Heavy, runway 20 center, line up and wait.
Runway 20 center, line up and wait, Gulf Air 70 Heavy.
Jordanian 504, wind is 17.5 knots, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Jordanian 504.
Egypt Air 705, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
Runway 20 right, line up and wait, Egypt Air 705.
So we're not getting any more, we're not getting back any more go-arounds that we had. They are probably diverted to a different airport now. So, I think we can start speeding things up, because, I mean, unless Gulf Air 70 Heavy, wind is 18.5 knots, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 center cleared for takeoff,
Here's
Gulf Air
the
70 Heavy.
go around coming. Etihad 654 Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Etihad 654 Heavy.
Egypt Air 705, wind is 18.5 knots, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20 right cleared for takeoff, Egypt Air 705.
Jordanian 504, contact departure.
Say again, Jordanian 504.
Jordanian 504, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Jordanian 504.
Gulf Air 70 Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure, good day, Gulf Air 70 Heavy.
Egypt Air 705, contact departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Egypt Air 705.
Egypt Air 611, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind is 18 at 5 knots.
Singapore Tower, Egypt Air 611 inbound runway 20 right. Runway 20 right cleared to land, Egypt Air 611.
Nailbird 54, taxi to terminal via 02 center.
Taxi to terminal via 02 center, Nilebird 54.
Can't get him to do a 360, unfortunately. Oh well, okay. Well, folks, anyway, we have our last arrival coming in, so might as well just come and fly in with him. Come fly with me! Come fly away! So, now we can... so this is a virtual Cairo International Airport, and I hope you... wonderful people from around that area have enjoyed this session, even though it didn't run as smooth and perfectly as I was hoping it would. Egypt Air 611, taxi to terminal via Victor.
Taxi to terminal via Victor, Egypt Air 611.
So, yeah, it didn't turn out to go that smooth or that well as I was hoping for. So, sorry about that. There are still a few kinks here in the layout that we are still going to be working on to make it better, but yeah, that's just one of these things. Anyway, again, I mean, please do not dislike this because it's not Cairo, because it is Singapore. That'd be just silly. I just don't have Cairo, but Cairo looks a little bit like this. Here finally is the penalty coming in now. Yeah, the terminal looks like this, the runway looks a little bit like this, and so I hope it was just a little bit of home for you folks. So if you did enjoy, then please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below, tell your friends about this channel, and well, until the next time, this has been another presentation of TP Gaming. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.